When did $50,000 become reasonable for a new SUV? Seriously, the average new SUV price in 2025 is through the roof, and that's not even touching dealer markups, crazy interest rates, and bloated trim packages that force you to buy features you didn't even ask for. So here's the good news. You don't need to drop luxury car money just to get a reliable, stylish, and feature-packed SUV. In fact, today I'm breaking down 13 awesome used SUVs you can get for under $15,000. Yes, even in 2025, without getting stuck with a high mileage beater or some forgotten model from a brand that no longer exists. These picks are smart, they're tested, and some of them are way more fun to drive than today's bloated, over-teched alternatives. But hey, I know some of you are going to disagree. Some of these models spark real debates. Are hybrids really worth it with high battery miles? Is Honda overrated? Is Mazda secretly the best budget brand out there? You tell me, hit the comments and let's talk about it. Alright, let's get into it. Number 13, 2017 to 2020 Kia Nero. We're kicking off the list with the Kia Nero, and I already know someone's going to say, Kia? Really? But hear me out. This little hybrid crossover is one of the most underrated commuter cars out there. You're looking at up to 50 miles per gallon combined, which absolutely crushes anything else in this price range unless you're buying a Prius. And let's be honest, the Nero looks better and drives better. It's small, yes, but it's built smart. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, lane keeping assist, features you'd expect in something newer and pricier. You'll easily find one with around 80,000 to 100,000 miles for under $15,000. Now sure, early hybrid batteries can raise some eyebrows, but the Nero's track record has been surprisingly solid, and if you're doing city driving or commuting every day, this thing will pay for itself in fuel savings. So what do you think? Would you roll the dice on a used hybrid for max miles per gallon, or would you skip it for something more traditional? Let's hear it below. Number 12-2017 to 2019 Honda CR-V. Honestly, if this isn't on your radar, you're probably new to the SUV game. This thing is the poster child for reliability. You get a spacious interior, tons of cargo room, top safety ratings, and the kind of day-to-day usability that makes it the go-to for families, students, retirees, you name it. Look for one with the 1.5-liter turbo engine, which adds a little pep without killing your fuel economy. It comes with Honda Sensing, so you're getting adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and other features people are still paying extra for on new cars. And here's where the debate comes in. Some folks swear the CR-V's reliability has dipped since Honda started using more turbocharged engines. And yes, there were some early oil dilution complaints, but most have been resolved with updates. Still, this SUV is about as close as you can get to a safe bet on the used market. Under $15,000, under 100,000 miles, and built to last. That's tough to beat. Number 11-2018 to 2020 Mazda CX5. Alright, now let's talk about the Mazda CX5, because if you actually enjoy driving, this might be your favorite SUV on the list. Seriously, Mazda's Skyactiv tech makes the CX5 handle like a sports sedan, something you just don't expect from a compact SUV under $15,000. Responsive steering, smooth ride, and that classy upscale interior. This thing punches way above its weight class. The Grand Touring trims are especially nice. Leather seats, premium sound, sunroof, all the goodies. And even base models get blind spot monitoring and a backup camera as standard. Now, here's the kicker. Mazda doesn't always get the credit it deserves for reliability, even though it consistently ranks just behind Toyota and Honda. It's the underdog brand that car people love, but most average buyers still sleep on it. So let's settle it in the comments. Mazda or Honda for the best used SUV under $15,000? Drop your pick below. Number 10-2016 to 2018 Toyota RAV4. This one's basically the SUV version of a Swiss Army knife. It's not flashy, it's not sporty, but it is incredibly reliable, easy to maintain, and just plain smart. Want all-wheel drive? Done. Want something that'll hit 200,000 miles with basic maintenance? You're looking at it. The resale value is also rock solid, meaning if you take care of it, you'll probably get most of your money back when you sell it down the road. Some say the RAV4 is boring. I say it's dependable, drama-free, and way more SUV than most people actually need. Number 9, 2010 to 2018 Buick Enclave. Alright, if your idea of a good SUV includes space, comfort, and whisper quiet cruising, then you need to look at the Buick Enclave, specifically the 2010 to 2018 models. This thing is a 3-row luxury barge, and no, that's not a dig, that's a compliment. It seats up to 8, has one of the smoothest rides in its class, and it isolates road noise so well you'll feel like you're floating through traffic. Mileage. Most clean examples sit between 80,000 and 100,000 miles, which is perfectly acceptable for a vehicle built for comfort, not canyon carving. This is a sleeper pick for families who want luxury without looking like they just gave up and bought a minivan. Number 8, 2017 to 2020 Ford Escapes, a compact SUV that's often overlooked but has a lot more to offer than people give it credit for. You want versatility? It's got it. You want tech? Sync 3 is one of the easiest infotainment systems out there. You want a little speed? Find one with the 2.0-liter EcoBoost engine. It'll surprise you. Torquey for days and enough zip to make highway driving actually fun. AWD is easy to find and mileage typically falls between 70,000 and 90,000, which leaves you plenty of room before major service milestones hit. The real value here? It's a crossover that doesn't try to be something it's not. It doesn't pretend it's a luxury SUV, and it's not trying to replace your Wrangler. It's just a well-balanced, affordable daily use SUV that checks more boxes than it gets credit for. Number 7, 2018 to 2020 Nissan Rogue. And yes, I know the Rogue gets a lot of heat, but hear me out. This version of the Rogue is better equipped than most people remember. It's also one of the roomiest compact SUVs in its class, with rear seats that slide and recline, a massive cargo area, and a super smooth ride. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, rear view camera, all standard, and AWD models are easy to find under 80,000 miles, which is sweet for winter drivers on a budget. Now here's the part people love to argue about, that CVT transmission. Yes, Nissan CVTs have had a rocky past, but these later models are improved, and as long as the fluid's been changed and it hasn't been abused, they can go the distance. So, is the Rogue secretly underrated, or is it still on your avoid at all cost list? You know what to do, light up the comments. Number 6, 2015 to 2017 Jeep Cherokee. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect to like this one, but I was wrong. This generation of Cherokee, especially in Trailhawk trim, brings legit off-road capability to the table in a compact crossover shell. And I mean real deal 4-wheel drive systems, not the fake stuff some brands slap on to check a box. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the transmission. Jeep used a ZF 9-speed automatic here that had some issues early on. Jerky shifts, hard downshifts, hesitation, you name it. But a lot of that was smoothed out in software updates, and by 2016 to 2017, many of the worst bugs were ironed out. If you find one around 80,000 miles with full service records and smooth shifting, this SUV might surprise you. Just avoid high mileage mystery units with no paperwork. It's not for everyone, but for the adventurous driver who wants some trail cred on a budget, this is a solid pick. Number 5, 2010 to 2015 Jeep Wrangler. This is where things get a little rowdy, because we're talking about the Jeep Wrangler, specifically the 2010 to 2015 JK generation. If you want an SUV that's more personality than practicality, but still holds value like gold, you just found it. This is the off-road icon, removable doors, fold-down windshield, solid axles, real 4-wheel drive. It's everything a real SUV should be, and nothing you don't need. Starting in 2012, Jeep dropped in the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, and it made a huge difference. With 285 horsepower, it finally had the grunt to match its rugged looks. If you want something that'll handle the apocalypse, or just make every drive feel like an event, this is it. The controversy: some people say Wranglers are unreliable, others say they're indestructible if you know how to wrench. What do you think? Iconic or overhyped? Number 4, 2011 to 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLK. Now, I already know what you're thinking. A Mercedes under $15,000, that's gotta be a trap. But hear me out, this SUV is way more attainable than you think, and if you find the right one, it's a steal. The GLK brings that classic Benz styling, boxy, bold, and unmistakably upscale. Inside, you're looking at leather upholstery, wood trim, dual zone climate control, and a cabin that feels like it should cost double what it does. Under the hood, you'll find a V6 that's surprisingly punchy and built for smooth highway pulls. Whether you're commuting or cruising, this thing moves with confidence. Now here's the catch, and let's be real, it's still a German luxury SUV. Parts aren't cheap and maintenance history matters, but if you find one in the 70,000 to 90,000 mile range with a clean record, you're getting a classy, comfortable, quiet ride that's absolutely worth the price. So what do you think? Is buying a used Mercedes under $15,000 genius or crazy? Let's argue it out in the comments. Number 3, 2012 to 2016 Nissan Juke. We've got one of the most quirky and divisive crossovers ever made, the Nissan Juke. Love it or hate it, the Juke has personality, something sorely missing from most compact crossovers today. The styling is, let's call it, unique. Frog-eyed headlights, turbocharged engine, funky interior. This thing was never meant to blend in. But that's part of the appeal. It's light, quick, and fun to drive, especially if you score one with the manual transmission. That's right, manual, in a crossover. Total driver's car vibes. Bluetooth is standard, the seats are surprisingly supportive, and if you find the NISMO trim, it's a riot. But here's the warning label. Stay away from high-mileage CVT models unless they've been babied. Nissan's older CVTs were notorious for premature failure, and repairs are pricey. If you want something different, something that makes you smile every time you get in, this might be your hidden gem. But hey, if you think it looks like a Pokemon, I get it. Let me know where you stand. Number 2, 2010 to 2014 Subaru Forester. A true sleeper SUV, the Subaru Forester, specifically from 2010 to 2014. This one's an overlanding legend and a total bargain for anyone who wants capability, space, and all-weather confidence on a budget. Let's break it down. Standard all-wheel drive, massive cargo space, high ground clearance, and it doesn't scream, "I'm trying too hard." It's practical, efficient, and shockingly capable on dirt trails or snowy roads. Mileage under 100K is common in this price range, and with Subaru's reputation for reliability and safety, it's a hard one to beat for under $15,000. Now, yes, you've probably heard the horror stories, head gasket failures on older Subarus, oil consumption issues, all that jazz. But most of that was ironed out by 2010, and with regular maintenance, these things just keep going. This one's a quiet legend, not flashy, not fancy, but absolutely solid. If you know, you know. Number 1, 2008 to 2015 Chevrolet Tahoe. Taking the crown at number 1 is none other than the Chevrolet Tahoe. Let's be real, if you want maximum SUV for minimum money, the Tahoe is it, period. This beast can seat up to 9, tow over 8,000 pounds, and still has enough space in the back for camping gear, groceries, or 4 hockey bags and a cooler. The LT and LTZ trims are where the magic happens. Heated leather seats, premium sound, rear entertainment systems, navigation, you name it. You're basically rolling in full-size SUV luxury for the price of a used Corolla. And look for ones between 120,000 and 150,000 miles. Don't let the odometer scare you. These 5.3-liter V8s are built to last if they've been maintained. But, and this is big, check those service records, especially for the transmission. A well-maintained Tahoe, you're golden. A neglected one, that's a wallet bomb. You want something tough, timeless, and endlessly useful? The Tahoe's your truck. So there you have it. 13 killer used SUVs you can snag for under $15,000 in 2025. Whether you're looking for luxury on a budget, off-road grit, or just something reliable to haul your crew, this list proves you don't need a massive loan to get into a solid ride. Now I want to know, which one of these would you actually buy? And what did we miss? Got a sleeper SUV we should have included? Or maybe you hate one of these picks and think it's a money pit waiting to happen? Sound off in the comments. Let's get the debate going. If you found this list helpful, hit that like button, tap subscribe, and check out the other videos on the channel for more real-world car advice, rankings, and brutally honest reviews. Thanks for watching, drive smart, buy smart, and I'll catch you in the next one.